Board of Trustees of the Crystal City Independent School District will meet a regular session at 6 p.m. Tuesday, April 13, 2021, in the Administrative Building Boardroom, 613 West Bond Street in Crystal City, Texas. Number one, call meeting to order. Time is
6 o'clock.
roll call establishment of quorum status.
Mr. Eric Garcia.
Here.
Mr. Ray Espinosa.
Here.
Mr. Cruz Mata.
Here.
Mr. Victor Bonilla III.
Present.
Ms. Nora Flores Guerrero, absent. Mrs. Melissa Marquez Guerrero, present. Mrs. Peggy Young. Here.
For the record, we do have a quorum. Number three, moment of reflection. Number four, audience to patrons. Okay, sign up. Thank you, sir. Number five, special recognitions. A, campus teacher of the month, and then B, student campus of the month. Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I'd like to call your attention to page 7 and 8, our agenda. I really would like to recognize the Teachers of the Month for Tomas Rivera Elementary, Araceli Perez, for Zavala Elementary, Laura Gutierrez, for Benito Juarez Middle School, Felipe Perez, for Quad Junior High, Erica Morales, for Crystal City High School, Josue Lomas. And then, of course, the students of the month, Pedro Rivera is Ashton Montoya, Zavala is Brittany Hassel Olmedo, for Benito Juarez Middle School is Maximiliano Martinez, Sterling H. Fly Junior High is J.C. Dean Delgado, and Crystal City High School is Johnny Huerta. Congratulations to the staff and the students. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you do.
Number six, it's an action items. A, consideration to approve the minutes for March 8, 2020 regular and March 29, 2021 special board meeting. The results.
They recommended their consent and recommended, of course, to go ahead and accept the minutes action.
Well, I make a motion that we approve A, B, and C as they remain in consent.
I have a motion on the floor, Mr. Espinosa,
I'll second.
second by Melissa. Questions, comments? All in favor, please raise your hand.
I'm not going to vote for the March 29th special board meeting. I vote no to it. For the record, I don't like the way the information was presented to us after the fact.
Mr. President, if I may, if that's the situation that
We're
we're
gonna have to go, individually. So at this point, let's go back. So at this point,
Which one was that?
Peggy is not agreeing to
Ms. Young did not agree to 6A, Mr. Espinosa? We're just gonna go into
Six,
the.
eight, then I make the motion for B and C.
Okay. Let's do 6A first. So at this point,
I make the motion for 6A.
okay, so I got a motion by Mr. Espinosa for 6A,
I'll second.
second by Melissa. All in favor of 6A, please raise your hand. Motion passes. By one. At this time, motion on the floor for 6B and C.
Motion.
I got a motion by Mr. Espinosa. Second by Mr. Mata.
For both, right?
Yes, for B and C. Council questions? All in favor for B and C, please raise your hand. Motion passes 6-0. For the record, Ms. Miller has arrived. Time is
6:05.
6:05. 7, action items, A, discussion action on real property 13152, lot 19, block 5, to Dr. Bean, donated property, Dr. Voss.
I'd just like for you all to know that there is a vacant lot over by Mexico Chico. The address is there. Right now, we have to maintain it. It's just a lot. I would think that it would be in the best interest of the district that just to go in and sell it so we don't have to maintain it. Whatever we get for it, then it becomes part of the tax roll. Here, it's not, we will have to then advertise it, bring the bids and all this. But the direction from the board is, would you want us to go ahead and put it up for sale?
It has a basketball court right now, next to that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, what I was told that it was vacant. That's
It
what I.
has basketball courts there, I haven't been in a while, though.
Okay, I'm not.
See that have
Is this the
been-
picture of it right now?
Yeah, it's a picture.
It's not part of the Chico Park, man.
No, it's not the
You
Chico.
know, it's, Zaragoza Street is the last street going, north and south.
But it's in that area, right?
Yeah, but the Chico Park would be further west from Zaragoza.
It's not part of, what I was told there is not part of anything. It was a lot given to the district, right? I think the family district abandoned
A lot like so,
A lot like so.
library's full.
No, there's nothing there. Now, don't know if there's gonna be a buyer, but if you don't sell it, you'll never know.
It's just one lot, right?
There's just a one lot.
Which is what, like?
I want to know which lot it is.
5500?
It's on the map.
Oh, well, let me know.
It's on.
Just direction from the board, yes, no, and then we'll go through the process. That was my recommendation.
I say sell it, it's just in the middle of nowhere.
It's under the first calendar action.
I make the motion to do whatever, so.
Sell it?
Been there for a long time.
I have a motion on the floor by Mr. Spinoza to go and sell that property as presented by Mr. Gonzalez. I have a second by Mr. Mata. Any comments or questions on 7A?
Wait. No, it's only this area.
Go ahead.
This picture is of the lot.
Yes,
I'm sorry, I didn't see this at home.
that's okay.
What, oh, yeah, I'm seeing that. And where on the map is it, Laura?
It's on Zaragoza Street.
I don't know where street it is.
It's by the projects.
That's the last road is in Mexico Chico.
Oh, that's right.
North, Melissa, north is to the right,
Okay.
north is to the
So
right.
we're gonna do this.
So that street Zaragoza runs south and north, and then, it's, the lot is between Carrizo and Buenavista.
Yeah.
No, that's not, it's a big lot though, right, Mommy?
It's 50 by 100.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
it's one lot.
Okay.
No more comments or questions?
No.
All right. All in favor of the sale? Please raise your hand.
Oh, okay.
Motion passes 7-0.
Unless I now have the option to buy it.
All right, 7B, discussion action to approve E-rate 2021 proposal. Mr. Gonzalez?
Recommendation, the board of trustees approve recommended proposal for E-rate 221 is presented. Fund by USAC E-rate at 85% and district share is 15%. Do you want background information? This probably comes to you on a yearly basis. It's all about E-rate. In order for us to receive the money from E-rate, that has never changed. We have to pitch in our 15%. Remember that the board has to approve that you're gonna do this next year. All right? Without the approval now, then E-rate would think that the board doesn't want the money, so this goes away. The money goes away. So there has to be approval, but everything happens next year.
How much money do we wish?
Our portion is approximately 29,000, so that's the 15%. So can you imagine how much the 85% would be? I can do the math for you, but,
No.
159,950.
okay.
Thank you, Jesse. motion on the floor, Mr. Espinosa, to approve the E-rate 2021 proposal.
Okay.
And a second by Mr. Mata. Comments or questions? All in favor, please raise. Motion passes 7-0. 7C, discussion action to approve the 2021 summer school calendar and wages. Mr. Gonzalez.
Okay, I recommend that the Board of Trustees approve the wage increase for summer school. The need for teachers is crucial, and this wage increase will provide an incentive for teachers to apply to work during the summer. This increase will be for this year only, due to the increase of funding given to the district through SR funds. So background information, we opened it up for applications. We need about 50 teachers, only about 13 applied. So we think that by increasing it from $30 to $50, the money is here, that we can then get the additional teachers. It will be face to face. Usually, the practice is 10 students per teacher. We're now looking at 6, 7 students per teacher because we're going to do the social distancing and whatever it is. So this hopefully will attract teachers to apply and also paraprofessionals to apply. We're also saying that paraprofessional pay go from $15 to $25. It's all federal money that has come to us because of the COVID.
Mr. Gonzalez, is this going to be a district-wide, summer school program?
Yes.
Elementary?
And the principals have met with me, and they're approximately saying about 50 teachers. And also, they had problems the years before with only one director, where they're going to be pulled from one place to the other. So my suggestion to them would be, we have one director and a lead teacher in the other places. That lead teacher handles everything that's going on in the campus.
And I don't have a problem with the salary, but I strongly recommend, we meet with the principals, to start identifying the students early, not wait for
They already started.
identify them, have them by the time,
God, about a gap, every year.
That's correct. That has already started.
and you look back at, it's gonna be something, we could call parents or maybe, like right now, still not for school, we have assistant teacher attendance and both, not with this kids, boards and a lot of convince them to come to us.
And it's all about, because of COVID, it's all about, and we all know that instruction is not up to par as to face-to-face the whole year. We've lost a lot of instruction. But this is a way to avoid retention. This is a way to make sure that the kids do come, get the benefit of a teacher face-to-face, and hopefully the instruction during the summer will help them to get some of that instruction that they have lost.
So you're saying, you're looking at about 6 to 7 students per teacher.
Muscle that.
The other thing, what do we get more kids? Can we get additional teachers?
Their money gonna be there, yeah, the money's gonna be there, the whole idea is.
So we have 49 and we need 5
16.
more.
Yeah, the whole idea is we need 50 teachers, just for the very basic.
And how many
Now,
have
if there's 60 teachers, we'll have 5 more kids.
How many have applied?
I think it's in the team, 13 or 17.
Oh, only have
Yeah,
applied.
yeah.
So you all, yeah.
This is an incentive for them to apply. We need 50 teachers.
And the teachers are aware of the new pay?
No,
Not yet.
no, ma'am.
Because it hasn't been approved, right?
This is your approval,
And then it'll go up, okay.
and then we will announce it.
Okay.
Sir,
This is an idea that came to, when I met with the principals, they said that they had that concern. So we said, what can attract it? And they said, maybe money might attract it.
I motion to approve summer school calendar and increase wages.
We have a motion on the floor, Mr. Mata.
I have a question. On one page, it says from 8 to 2:30.
President, I second. I
Oh,
second.
oh,
Okay,
sorry.
now, no,
Okay, hold on. So I have a motion, Mr. Mata, second, Mr. Bonilla. Comment, question, let's go ahead.
The question is that on the first page, it says from 8 to 2:30, and on the second page here, it says, 8 to 1:30. Okay.
Apparently, that's very.
And then it has,
We'll clear that up.
just to make sure that it's in the,
And I was also gonna have a question, the lunch, for the students will be on campus.
Yes.
And
Well, we'll work that out because now that they're there, because of the summer feeding program, we'll make sure that that lunch is there with them.
And the last question, or maybe, a lot of times when we have summer school, I mean, teachers wanna know, and maybe you can pick it up, when are we gonna pay? Sometimes, I mean,
Oh, yeah, you're correct.
I know,
You're correct, all right? Here's
And because
the
of problem,
issue, so if you can, everybody understands what's going on.
so you need to decide, and
That the teachers do not like to have their pay be placed in their regular paycheck. They
Right.
want another check.
that's right.
plus, I mean, are they gonna pay in the middle of summer school or whatever?
You're saying I want a separate.
They want a separate
Separate
check.
check.
I am going to work with the central office is gonna work with how to help the teachers, because that also attracts teachers. So, when I get that information from the principals, how the teachers want it, that's how we're gonna do it.
And I just inform them because, I mean, that's something that comes really.
Yeah.
You got any comments, questions?
No.
All right, all in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you all. Motion passes 7-0. All right, 7D, discussion action to approve the purchase of additional student council leaders to the Sterling H5, which should be, I guess, junior high school, and CrystalCity High School. Dr. Gonzalez.
Recommend to the board of trustees to approve the purchase of ballot machines, calculators as stated on page 57 of the agenda.
Or this is not, is in addition to the ones that we.
Correct.
So you need $13,805 more?
Yes.
This money comes out of budget?
This money comes, 266.29. Yes.
Okay, I see.
Motion.
Motion second, order by Mr. Mata,
Second.
second by Mr. Bonilla. Comments, questions, anybody? No? All in favor, please raise. 7, motion passes 7-0. 7E, discussion action to approve the additional technology purchases from Intake Southwest and CDW from Eco Body Middle School and Dr. Tomato Elementary. Dr. Gonzalez.
And I recommend to the board of trustees to approve the additional purchase that will go over the set threshold amount by the board. These technology devices are requested by the campus for instructional purposes, desktop computers, serving child-friendly student devices, elbows, etc., etc. The purchase will be approximately $140,000, and it comes from the early childhood allotment.
Also for the federal school?
Early childhood allotment.
Sorry.
Don't others. There's sort of the devices that Mario Vera needs to use, because I know, I mean.
No, we'll get to that later on.
Okay, so
But they need some of this already. The money that we can spend. But when we get to the technology part, we're gonna have a
I
long
want to
discussion.
make sure that what we're approving with the Mario Vera is something they could utilize with those kids. because
Correct.
That's what I'm trying to make sure that what we're proposing here, or
Yeah,
they
this
can
comes,
use it.
then this comes from them.
Motion.
I'll second.
To additional technology purchase.
I got a motion on the floor,
I'll
Mr.
second.
Mata,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Quincy Gonzalez. Comments, questions from anybody? All in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Motion passes 7-0. 7F, consideration to approve payment to Southwest Extreme College for tuition and textbooks. Dr. Gonzalez.
This is a yearly thing, so I recommend to the Board of Trustees to approve the payment to Southwest Junior College for the tuition and textbooks and bill credits.
That's for students taking classes right now, right?
For the 2021.
You know, sir, how many students or
That I don't know, I can't tell you. I didn't go that
not
far.
that you know how many students are first to participate?
We're participating, quite a few, actually, we have a couple of graduates, so we have quite a few.
That's for rules and tuition and.
Yeah, this is tuition and textbooks, everything to do with that. Let me share just something with you all. This is a big boost for the families, a big boost for the kiddos. They get to save a lot of money by us doing what we're doing. But in the interim, I do appreciate Southwestern Texas Junior College because their tuition and fees are where we can afford, right? As an addition. So that partnership that we have with the junior college is an excellent partnership.
My daughter took all these blue credit classes and she still graduated in 4 years, but she had to take 15, 18 hours a semester. She just cruised for 12 hours, but she had all these extra hours. It helped her a lot. I think she'll pocketbook.
So move, Mr. President, to approve the recommendation.
We have a motion by Mr. Bonilla.
I'll second.
I have a second by,
The girls?
second by Ms. Guerrero. Council questions? All in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, I'm saying, I'm gonna point it out.
It would be best for you to not vote.
Okay, so I got an exception? All right, motion passes. 601. 7G, discussion action to approve the Choice Partners Cooperative 2021-2022 participation agreement. Dr. Gonzalez.
I recommend to the Board of Trustees to approve the Choice Partners Cooperative 2021-22 participation agreement for the purchase of food services and related goods for the CrystalCity ISD food service program. This is an annual thing that the board has to approve, but if I'm correct, I think we gave a 5-year extension or something like that.
What's the same program? Same company?
Take that.
Yes.
And motion.
I have a motion on the floor, Mr. Espinosa. Second by Mr. Mata. Comments, questions, anybody? All in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Motion passes 7-0. 8, informational discussion. 8A, superintendent report. Dr. Gonzalez.
Yeah, let's see where I'm at. Page 74. This is an update from the different campuses as far as attendance. I asked her to give you that information so that you will know how many kids are online, how many kids are present. Each one of these principals did mention a little bit, give you some background information. It's all, remember that they ask us as boards to start looking more at student data, what have to do with students. So COVID right now is a major issue, having to do who and how many kids are online and how many virtual and how many kids are face to face. So each one of these campuses are just reporting to you how things are being handled at different campuses.
Based on it, it looks like we have more kids on at school level.
Yeah.
I think it's 170 that are mechanical and 180 it's good.
Let me tell you that I've been visiting with the different campus staff. One of the questions that I posed to them is Are the kids coming back next season? They are. How many at the beginning of the school year, or maybe in September, or in October, but the kids are coming back, right? So, we need to start getting ready for that, right? And, they are coming back. Some of these campuses are attracting now a little bit more kids than others, but we are going to get out there and try to get them back in. The students need to come back in. Even if it's slowly but surely, but they need to come back in. I have another report on page 81. Okay, board members. This is a list of your fleet. Okay? As you can see, we do contract out at this time we contract out our diesel mechanic, he reviews our buses and so on and so on. The district does need buses,
The district what?
needs buses. Yeah. Now, this is not the time for you to make decisions on buses. It should be during the budget time. But I'm reporting to that you will know what's going on with the buses, right? There are a couple of strategies that you can use when you get down to budget. One, you buy one bus, cost you $100-something thousand. That's, 105, 110, somewhere. Or you can get 3 buses and you make sure that for 3 years you allot money 110 because you work something out with the bus company that you're gonna make it in 3 payments. Right? The same 110,000, you put it into your budget this year, next year, and next year, but you order your 3 buses.
They do it to ahead of time.
Yeah. Or you can say, let's use fund balance and just pay it off. How many buses? By looking at this, I see here, I think there's 3 of them that says 3 out. The buses are going to start rolling next year. The bus, we're going to have football, we're going to have basketball, they need safe buses to go to for the different events. So that discussion will be handled during the budget. But I wanted you to know, because when I saw the fleet, when I started talking to Eileen, she brought that up to me and said, well, we need to show the board what's going on with the fleet. This is just the buses. The white fleet is also burning. But I would think that the board, let's put the student safety up in front and all that. So that's why I bring this up to you as information.
In other words, what you're saying is that we can't wait till the budget, because if we wait till then, we won't get buses till January and all that.
If the board decides, if the board would, because you can't approve it, this is information. But by our discussion, I'm telling you, if we order in September, you won't get it till January. If we order tomorrow, we'll get them sometime in the fall.
Right, we bought
And you don't-
2 buses in 9 years. Right.
You don't
bought
pay
like 2 buses in
It's a
9
red
years.
bull.
They're pretty.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't pay until you get the first bus, right? So you use next year's budget, right?
Yeah, because it's not budgeted right now.
Right,
So
so
if
we
you
order
already-
now, we don't have to pay now, we wait till we get the bus, right?
So what's the turnaround time?
Okay, so if you wait until we put the budget together, you cannot order them until September 1st.
Right.
If you decide that, you know what, let's use fund balance for this, then you can go ahead and purchase buses right now, so they'll be here sooner. So think about it this, let's say it's a 6-month turnaround for the buses, or 4 months, doesn't matter. You order in September, you get it more or less in October, November, December, okay, 4 months from now. If you order today,
August.
you'll get it in August.
We do Bluebird, right? Or
Yes.
we vary?
Bluebird. What I would recommend to the board is this. Always buy the same one. Why? Because your mechanic works on only one type. Don't go here, don't go there, right? One type, and that's your vehicle. You order filters you can order multiple filters.
Bundles.
Yeah.
Oh, so what can we do with these, what can we do with these buses that are no good anymore?
Okay, you can sell them.
Can we, and for parts?
Yeah, the older ones that nobody you can sell. I don't know if you've seen Interstate 35.
Big auctions.
Yeah,
Because they're just taking up space.
yeah, yes. We sell them for the metal. We sell them, they give you $1,000 or something else.
To who, for what?
Tomato.
For the metal,
Scrap. Okay, that's right.
Do we
Right.
run gasoline or diesel?
diesel. Mostly it's diesel.
Well, let's.
I started looking into what is best for gasoline or diesel, right? I started asking different people, and the answer is diesel is probably best. However, diesel mechanics are hard to find. So we're working with a diesel mechanic over the radio because our mechanic is out. I believe that's on Monday or whatever it is, he's out. And I found another one that works with the I-35 school districts. So we're gonna reach out to that person and see if, and he only works with school districts and buses, diesel buses. So hopefully he'll give us a better deal, but that way we can establish that connection with our diesel mechanic. We have problems with the older ones, we know where to go to.
Well, maybe we can advertise for next year.
Yes, yeah, you never know. I mean, it would be great to have a diesel mechanic. Informational item, just for you, I don't know, what do you think?
Maybe it's a good idea.
Sooner than better?
I wouldn't wanna wait till,
Just start researching.
So you do understand that you have to come out of fund balance, right?
We order them now.
So, I'll put it on, next meeting for your approval so that we can move forward on it.
Yeah, but it takes that long.
And sell the other ones too. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I guess just if you can, I think Melissa was interested in buying. Along with the property.
My RV, retirement RV, so you can push it.
Okay, then, we have another item, page 82. Okay, let's go box by box. So I can explain this. This is the technology stuff. So the first box, do you see Crystal City High School? 30 Chromebooks, 626 Lenovo, wherever they are, the total is 1,189. Fly, the same thing, 731. Benito Juarez, 647. Zavala, 754. Rivera, the only thing with Rivera here is the little asterisk. You see the 334? The principal is saying no gap for our little kid. The only ones that really fit is the 161. Yeah, but I'm gonna bring something to you a little later that I'm gonna visit with you a little later about that. Let me go to box number 2. Box number 2 is outdated technology. So what do you do with outdated technology? Why is it outdated? Because when you purchase it, you know this. When you purchase something 5 years ago, the software they run today, it doesn't run anymore. So it's out. What do you do with that? Going back to what you do with the buses, what do you do with outdated technology? There's a company that comes and picks it up and takes this off in your hand because you can't throw it away. If you throw it away, Mr. Wajado told me that he was told that out of 100 computers, there's 4 pounds of deadly chemicals inside the computer. So you can't throw them in the that's why this company picks them up. Doesn't give us any money, but takes them off of our hands. So all of this that you see here should be out of our hands. Now, or you can sell some of these for $25 for the public. You can have a sale.
We'll do the same thing as the college.
Yeah. $25, you let them look. What's it good for? Well, it might not run the software, but I can hook up internet
Yeah.
Not the same.
because all you need is the hookup and you got internet. So you could, but the board will have to decide at a later date. What do you want to do with these? We want to have a sale, we want to have this, or we want to just dispose of it that way. But that comes to you as an action item later on.
And we can't just give them away either, right? 'Cause
No.
it's open.
No. But a regular check, very, $20. All right, now let's go down to the bottom, to the left bottom. Oh, by the way, let's go up there again. The peripheral boards that the staff has is outdated stuff.
Wow.
It was good when you bought it. It was good then, not anymore. This, what you see here, is outdated. This one, right here. This is outdated. What you want is, and I'm gonna come up here, because I need to stretch anyway. Hey, this is too popular, a little bit. What you need now is a screen for teachers that maybe this size here, because it's 75 inch, that is actually a computer. That's what it is. It's called an interactive panel. She can draw on it, she can pick on it, she can do whatever. And on this corner, Juanito can be from the house, virtual, even though everybody else is in class. I don't know, but this could be a good strategy. When the child is sick, but he's virtual, can we come and present?
That's on
Yes.
our home house. For
Yeah.
special ed kids.
And especially if we have all those devices that he can take home and he can hook up. We also have a lot of wireless devices that we can give to Juanito so he can make sure that he has internet access so he can be present even though he's sick. But what you need is an interactive panel for the teachers so that the computer is now here for everybody to see.
How much are those panels?
4, but I have a way that we need to discuss, and it's going to be here in a little bit, that we can buy for all the teachers, then get them ready for next year.
Actually, SWTJC, we just invested $2.5 million on that. We're talking about home smart boards. It's like a big TV and you can do all kinds of stuff with it. That you mentioned, touch screen, you can also do remote. You can do PowerPoint on that and everybody will see it. We're gonna get them very soon.
It's a new thing. It's a new thing that's a.
Okay, and we'll discuss how we're going to do this. But let's go to the bottom box. Teacher laptops, once again, what's obsolete, what's new. As you can see at the high school, there's 30 obsolete, but 30 new laptops, and there's 30 teachers. So everybody has a new laptop. Let's go on to the right side, same process. So what happens once again to those obsolete laptops? We recycle, we sell. All right. Now, I'm going to have to give you some movies. Early childhood allotment. There's enough money for early childhood development for Zavala Rivera to already buy the panels and everything that they need.
Right.
So this is coming your way pretty soon for approval.
Yes, sir.
What we need to do is try to get the best deal that we can. Now, so they're getting everything. Even the computers that we said that didn't go with the little kiddos, we're getting that already. We're gonna work that already. All right, now something else. Other good news. SR, you know that you received $1 million, right, the last time? In a conference, Ms. Carranza with TA and Region 20, it is predicted that we're gonna get across the state of Texas 3 times the amount. So the first time you received was $1 million. 3 times the amount is $3 million.
That should happen.
It should happen for next year. It might not be that you're ordering during the summer, but you might be ordering. If we're ready, and once the money is released, we need to be ready to order right away. We cannot wait around, so we'll be the first ones to order. Go ahead.
And that can be used for the other campuses.
Correct.
Is that what happened last time? You were the last one.
So every teacher, hopefully, if we move it, that we know what we're doing, that every teacher, well, maybe during the summer, everything will be set up for them for next year. Now, it doesn't take $3 million to do the rest of the teachers, because 2 campuses are already going to be taken care of. Now, the thing is now that the rest is what's left over. I would say that you invest, and that's what the government wants, invest in the infrastructure about ventilation and all this because of COVID and all that. And I think that they might tell you you have to do something like that. Because it's not just money to, it's money to invest into the infrastructure. So, but by utilizing early childhood, that has freed up $250,000 to use for infrastructure. Good news, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, what about all this money is supposed to be coming from the state, from the feds to the states? How far is it? Is it gonna happen now, next year?
It should happen during the phone conference was that it's gonna happen soon, but I cannot guarantee you that because they were not guaranteeing. This is what the state is talking to the feds about. But when TA is telling you to all these districts, something's gonna come down the pipe. Right? Something is coming down the pipe. They know. So,
Mr. Gonzalez, and did you find out about the Chromebooks? I mean, we had ordered, like 1,500, I don't know, and it looks like we only have a total of 628. So what happened to like our rest of the?
Okay. What I gather is this, at the beginning of the school year, it was very competitive for who ordered when, and people ordered and all this, and then. So in order to have something, instead of Chromebooks, there was 11 notes. Did I get that right?
Lenovo.
Lenovo's, okay, I got it, Lenovo. Okay, because of this across the nation, it was very competitive to get what you wanted. But in order to get something into the kids' hands, they went with a Lenovo. My recommendation from now on, you should do Chromebooks. Why? And why Google Classroom? Why Google this, Google that? Because Google will always be on top of the latest and greatest. If you go somewhere else, you never know what's there. Google understands that it's all about this. So they're going to update, they're going to be one of the first ones to update. So we need to make sure that we stay on what is the latest and greatest.
But didn't we pay for that?
No, you pay for the
under the understanding of business.
You mean the one from TDA?
Huh?
You talking about the one from TDA or?
All the Chromebooks.
As far as I know, ma'am, that's what's in the district, what we have here. What I would recommend that when the SR funds come in, what are we gonna do? Well,
And that's what the teachers want.
yeah, okay. Okay. The next item is,
AD, campus benchmark? Is that where you're at?
page 83,
Okay, yeah, campus benchmark, see that.
benchmark data.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I also gave you this, okay, so what you see here is a total, the whole test given, not that a child, let me, how can I put it? Let's say at the first 6 weeks, I test the whole benchmark, then I'm not gonna do too well because I want to do the first 6 weeks, right? So, what you see here is the instruction, the student, the SC, the student have been taught only a certain amount, but they were tested on the whole test. So, give you a quick example. Let's say that the student is going to be tested on fractions, decimals, and percentages, but at this time, we only taught fractions, so what's going to happen to a decimal and percentages? We're not going to do it with square. But this is what we do. This is a practice. This is more like a practice for them, and it gives us information on how well they do for fractions. So what you see here is the benchmark and the results of the benchmark. Now, what you have here is very important. This comes from here. These are some just simple sheets. I want you to see what the staff does with the results. This is in every campus. This is just saliva. So the teachers through the PLCs get the results from here or from the CBAs. The CBAs is the formative assessments. As they're going along, they assess what they have taught. After each one of these CBAs, then they go back and look at how the kids did and what they need to do in order to correct it. This is just one campus. But what I want you to see here is what you need to, as a board, start looking at. In order for this district to be a strong B or an A, always look at your meets. The goal is 60% of meets. Now, if you go down the line, and this has to do with CBAs. If you go down the line, not every time do you get a meets at 60. Right? The first one is 68. The next one is 54. The next one is 49. The next one is 37. The next one is 42. The next one is 39. Why meets? Because meets says that you are at grade level. So our instruction should be that our kids are at grade level. Should we be satisfied with 60%? No. But with 60% in meets, you'll be a strong B or an A. You're scratching at the A. All right. So why 60%? If you're at 60%, that same 60% also gives you 60% at approach. Approach means that you're approaching grade level. You're not at grade level. You're approaching. Now, if you are at masters, Notice the first one, 48% of the kilos were masters. Whoa! Now, not only am I at grade level, I have no problem with the questions at grade level.
So in the approaches, you would say there were 3 questions for me, 5
Could
questions?
be, it could be 3, and that's why all it is. That's why all it is. Because the teacher's gonna say, okay, now this is nice, and what are we gonna do for this child, what are we gonna do for this one? We're gonna regroup, we're gonna do interventions, we're gonna do a whole bunch of other stuff. And this is just one campus. It's happening throughout the district. And I'm very proud of the staff. Even through COVID, even through everything else, they're doing one heck of a job of trying to do the best that they can for the kids, even this past year. And you should, and I know that you are proud of it, because sometimes I look up and you say that the teachers, yes, the teachers have done a great job.
The teachers and the principals.
Everybody. So, to the board, you know, remember that your focus should be on student achievement. As you go forward with Mr. Churchill, move some of these items that you have here to consent items. I mean, those are even a pass anyway, so that they can bring this stuff to you, so that you can really scrutinize this information. Right? That's what the state of Texas is asking boards to do. The regular stuff that happens every year, none of this you think, wow, this is something way out of the ordinary, we need to take it out of consent. But with a lot of these other items that are day in, day out, put it in consent, so that you can talk to the principals about it. Okay, so this is just a presentation of
Yes, sir. Moving on to 9, informational items only. 8, SM Energy donation, Representative.
I'd like to thank SM Energy, as you can see here. They have donated $814. Ms. Thomas and Deco took the initiative of asking for that amount of money. So that comes, that's going to be for a special ed field. So that is SM Energy is very gracious in doing that for us. On page 81, these are the students that and the different categories. It's on the district enrollment. And then on page 92, when you have the district enrollment, you do not necessarily have a refined ADA. So let me tell you how budget works. I'm sorry, I have to spend up on this one. Let's say you have 1,800 kids. Your money that comes from the state is not going to be based on 1,800 kids. It's going to be based on if 100% of the kids are 100% in attendance, then you can fund it for 1,800 kids. But throughout the year, some of these kids are absent. So every time a child is absent, then it brings from 100%, it brings it down. That's called a refined ADA. So the refined ADA is what you get funded on, the districts get funded on. So it's very important that the child is there. So hopefully, the little idea about having Juanito there, and then you become for president, that means your refined ADA will fly. So that's just important. Refined ADA is very important. We'll talk about that here, but you all wanted a recap on revenues versus budget, page 93. Page 95, logic, monthly statement of accounts. This all comes from finance. I'm sure that you already went through it, but I do come when you were at home.
No, we don't, no.
Pardon me?
I said 13 cents interest. Too bad we can't find another place to
Oh,
borrow.
my God. And the portfolio, that's the last item on this particular. We also have the page 104, appraisal district collections. I'll give you a chance to go through the informational items. Those are the things you have requested to be on the agenda. Any more comments?
Good. All right, number 10, closed session. Board of Trustees will hold a closed session and authorize under the Texas Government Code, section 551.074 of the Open Meetings Act. Time is